everybody. It is V. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to give you a little update and also maybe throw on a little bit of a tag at the end of this. So we're doing a two for today or tonight or this morning. It's like 2:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm always doing these things really late. But so I haven't been around in a while because of my mom just taking care of her. She's okay. She's okay. We had a little bit of a bump. So things are gonna shift a little bit, but she'll be fine. She's not in any pain or anything. I think she's probably just waiting for this to be over and done with. It's been going on almost 2 years since she started having the effects of what's been going on with her. So I have been driving back and forth, taking her to doctor's appointments, living part-time there and part-time here in my home. Um, and the reason why I don't record at my mom's house because her house is little and I don't want to, you know, interrupt her by doing something in the middle of the night. She's a light sleeper. So I've been away. So I haven't even been able to check a lot of videos. I have seen some comments that you guys have just amazingly left on my videos, and I will get back to them. I promise I will get back to them. I like them, but I will get back to them as soon as I can. But just everything's crazy. And then of course I thought, well, maybe I'll do another few videos and pop out too. And then the chaos erupted in the Middle East. And of course, me being a politics junkie and needing to educate people as best I can and share the truth. Me being my grid weaver self, that kind of took up an awful lot. And so I figured today or tonight, with the full moon and the eclipse happening in a few hours. Actually, it's gonna start in like an hour and a half. And so I have, I got a couple things planned. Got a couple things planned. Um, and so I'm just kind of trying not to be so much into what's going on because nothing is going to change in the next few hours. It's just a crock of doo doo that we have to deal with. But this is not a political channel, even though maybe at some point I might talk about navigating this, as a witch and as an enlightenment person, and how I've been able to maintain my sanity. I think that might be helpful. So keep an eye out for that. That might come up in the next. But anyway, that's my quick little update. I'm still here. I'm still around. I'm kind of lurking, but I kind of pulled away. But I don't want to disappear too much because then you just might forget about me. No, I'm just kidding. You never forgot about me already, so I don't think you're gonna do it now. All right, so back to this tag. We are going to look at um Rachele's what's it called? Informed or influenced, that hashtag. Let me just see. I got my notes over here. Let me just yes, informed or influenced. And I thought maybe I can give my 2 3 cents, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so let me see. Questions. This is a rambly bit. You know me. I don't edit. Um, all right, so the reflection question number one in the informed or influenced tag. The first one, when you think about decks, you regret, yeah, sorry, speak Victoria. When you think about decks you regret buying, what kind of review influenced that decision? Um, well, I let me preface this whole thing saying I'm not very easily influenced. I have if I see something that I like, but um I don't think I've ever watched a review that made me regret a purchase. Um, the only decks that I regret purchasing, um, and I loved them when I had them, is just because of the energy that now surrounds them, and that are the Doreen Virtue decks. I have several. Um, I still kind of like the ones that she did with Radley Valentine. Um, because at least Radley's energy's in there. But when she went all psycho, I now have decks. Now you can't see them because I'm hiding behind this green screen. But behind me, where my apothecary is, and if you've watched my videos before without the background, you have seen that. I do have my decks, and I have quite a few. And pardon me while I see if I can count the Doreen Virtue decks. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I think I have about 9 or 10 Doreen Virtue decks. And some I've kind of put in my own energy, so I don't mind them too much. But so so basically no review made me regret. It's just the energy that came from the author of the deck. Um and one of these days I will maybe, I don't know, bring them to like Goodwill or something like that. Let somebody else deal with that energy. But yeah, so that is my answer to the first question. As you can tell, I kind of feel a little bit icky about it. But I mean, to each his own. To each his own. She played a role and she did what she was meant to do, and free will. Okay. Question number two. Which style of review tends to create more FOMO for you personally? Um, when you love them. Um, and also if you've created them. I have to say, and I'm going to be 100% honest, as I wish I had lots of money because I would buy all the decks that you guys have created. Um, they're so cool. They're so cool. I have a few of them on um my wish list. My or witch list. I think I've heard people say that. My witch list. And we'll see. We'll see if I get any in the future. Um, but I think that's what creates the most FOMO. And then of course, if I see a walkthrough, um, and a review, and the deck is just calls to me. Oh, it's just beautiful, and it just calls to me. That's where the FOMO comes in because currently, because of my situation, I don't have a job. I don't have an income, and my husband. He's been taking care of a lot of my bills, so I'm not going to ask him for any more. Um, that would not be very nice. That would not be very nice. Question three. Which kind helps you feel grounded and confident after buying? I think it's if they talk to me. If they really talk to me and I do like the initial reading with the deck and I get a really good um just feeling like it doesn't even have to be like a positive reading, but like if I get a really like that's spot on kind of feeling, then that basically solidifies my or confirms, I guess would be a better term, confirms my intuition um that this was a deck for me, I guess. I guess. This is such a rambly video, like so many pauses. Just put it on 1.5 and just listen to me. All right. So the next one, question number 4. Do you tend to buy decks for how you hope you'll work with them or how you realistically do? Um, that's a little bit loaded because I love artwork and I may buy a deck just because it's just darn pretty. Um, Other ones, if they call to me, then I know that there's going to be some type of connection that is already there. So I don't, I kind of let the cards dictate how I work with them. Yeah. I think that's the answer I'm going to go with because sometimes I get these decks that only want to work a certain way, like pull one card or let's just try this and let's just try that. And some of my decks just like to see like, okay, let's see what today's going to bring us. And then I go with it. But I also have to be honest because I do tend to um get attached to a deck and only use that deck for a while. And then all my other decks get lonely. And then I have to force myself to switch it up. Like right now, I took some of my, because I have like probably about 40-ish decks total between Oracle and Tarot. And I took some of the ones that I really felt connected to when I bought, and I put them in. I bought like a little black basket, and I put it under my bed where I sleep. Well, actually, my chair because I can't sleep in a flat bed. But that's a chronic pain issue. But it's under my chair. So it's where I sleep. And so I'm trying to play with some of them, but lately I have been just micro tarot has been my big thing. Um, so yeah, I guess the cards tell me how I'm gonna work with them. And if it was realistically, then I would buy them to sit in a basket and hope that I use them in the future. I don't know. All right. So the last question is what information do you wish more reviewers shared before purchase? Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm still a baby tarot tuber, so I don't really have that much experience, but I do like it when I see people using their decks in real world situations. Like I love these tags because it allows me to take a deck and like you use that deck to answer questions. And because I like to do that, I like to see others do that too. And so it kind of brings me to these tags a lot more. I really like to see how people use decks in their life. Um, I'm only recently getting into some like tarot habits. And I've been good. I think I'm going on like 3 or 4, maybe 4 weeks of solid pull a card every day for my message. And of course, the same cards keep coming up over and over again. So I guess I got to get to work. Um, but, um, but no, I think that's what I like the best is to see how people use the decks in their lives. So if you have like a video where you're talking about a story, um, or question that you had, and you just kind of show us, you know, how you come to your answers. I have to say, and this is a shout out to Amber because she really shows us how she uses her decks. And I absolutely love that because I there's so much up here that it's really hard for me to um kind of corral the thoughts and be able to sit down and do these long readings with the cards and utilize maybe one or two decks at a time. I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe that will come in the future. I'm sure it will once I get into more of the habit of using the deck. Um, so yeah, so shout out to Amber. Like you rock, chick. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love seeing people use their decks. And so that's pretty much all the reflection questions. But there's a tarot spread, 6 cards. And I'm assuming this is something to use when you're choosing a deck, but I'm currently in the mindset of wanting to buy a deck. I bought myself, and I'm really excited about this. So like I'm just gonna share it. I want to learn Lenormand, and I bought like a cloth that has all of the Lenormand houses, and now I need a deck to go with it. So I am going to use right now just a quick surface level um poll um with my crow deck of to help me I don't know, narrow down some thoughts, maybe. Or maybe I'll just choose a couple of these. Um yeah, I'm just okay. don't, I don't know what to do with these questions. Um, but we'll see what happens. Hey, you know what? You only live once. Um, all right. So I've got my crow deck. I'm just going to do a couple shuffles and see if I can rearrange the words of these questions to see if Lenormand. I mean, I'm gonna get it anyway, but because I got the cloth that's coming, it's probably gonna be here tomorrow. But I don't have a deck yet. So, spontaneous purchase. And it was only like a $20 cloth, but the shipping, oh my gosh, what is going on with this world? And it didn't come from out overseas, it came from this country. I think probably the Midwest. And it was like an extra, like, I don't know, $19 for shipping. Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. So a $20 cloth cost me like $40. Um, okay, so what draws me to Lenormand? What draws me to Lenormand? Let's see what the deck. Okay, what draws me to Lenormand? Me to Lenormand. Knight of Pentacles. So let's see. Let's see what it has to say. How do we answer this question? What draws me to Lenormand with the Knight of Pentacles? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. All right. Well, there he goes. Knight of Pentacles sits upon his workhorse, ready to take on the next task. He has seen the pages dream of focused visualization, and now, through hard work and determination, he will set the vision into motion as it enters the path to fruition. All right, so I guess I want to learn. I want to learn. Maybe Lenormand is the next step in my journey. I don't know. What do you think? Leave it down in the comments. Gotta say all those things for YouTube, you know. Okay, the next question about the Lenormand deck. What is this deck actually offering me? It's not really a deck. I'm just going for a style. What is Lenormand offering me? What is Lenormand offering me? What is Lenormand offering me? 10 cups. 10 of cups. Okay. Okay. 10 of cups. A happy couple sits on a budding branch of cherry blossom trees, watching their fledglings resting comfortably in the nest. The setting is one of peace and contentment. The couple achieves their dreams as each new day brings with it a feeling of love and fulfillment. The 10 of Cups denotes a time of utmost joy. Another message, romantic relationship. I'm already married, so all right. I guess it's going to bring some more energy into my life, some positive energy, some good energy. And it may I'm thinking that learning Lenormand is going to might be a game changer for me. I don't know. I still love my Pro Tarot, and I'm still going to learn the Rider Waite. That's pretty cool. All right. How I tend to use a deck like that. How will I use Lenormand? I'm just changing the words about that. How do I tend to use Lenormand? Again, just put me on 1.5 if you haven't already. I'm just playing on the camera. All right. Oh, I got the Hermit. Okay. So, will I only be using it for myself? Will I be sharing wisdom through it? What? Let's just see. Okay. Meditation, time alone, enlightenment, and wisdom. All right. Well, I mean, I don't even need to go further than the keywords. So I'm going to assume that my work as an enlightenment coach might be enhanced by Lenormand. My own journey may be enhanced by Lenormand. And maybe there is some wisdom there that I will learn or will gain as I'm learning. Yeah. All right. So this is looking like Lenormand is the way to go for me right now. So, okay. There's a 4. Now, here is an interesting question. What am I projecting onto Lenormand? What am I projecting onto Lenormand? So the art of Lenormand. What am I projecting onto the art of Lenormand? Okay. Now, this card has come up 25 million times in the last, I know that's exaggeration, but this is like, I guess this is my card. So what does that mean? What does that mean as far as what am I projecting onto it? I mean, I love getting the card, don't get me wrong, but I just I know it means I need to work on my deck. But yeah, I'm not gonna, I mean, I guess I could work on it a little bit, but we're in Mercury retrograde. I don't want to like do too much, you know? All right. So the Eight of Pentacles, the crow diligently and masterfully carves pentacle in the coin, away from the noise of the roofs. He is focused and determined to finish all eight coins to perfection. Encourages you to further your education. Okay, there you go. Perfect. That's exactly what I plan on doing. Um, is enhancing my education. That'll work. All right. So, question 5: what will help me decide wisely? What will help me decide? This is actually a really cool way to choose a deck. I never thought about doing it this way. So, thanks, Rachele. You're always bringing like the good ideas to my brain. Um, so, what will help me to decide wisely? One more. What will help me decide wisely? Cut. Okay. I got the Five of Cups. That's interesting. Five of Cups for this question. That's interesting. Interesting. All right. So, the Five of Cups. The girl stands at the riverbank, consumed with loss and unable to find the path out of despair because his focus is directed only on what he has lost. He's unable to see the riches in his life. The Five of Cups suggests that you move away from the mindset of lack and look for areas in your life that are positive. Okay, what will help me decide? Stop living in lack, Victoria. Um, you may not have an income, but I'm sure you could find the money. Lenormand is not an expensive deck. Um, that's what I'm thinking. That's about. That's what I'm thinking. That's about. What will help me decide? Well, yeah, get out of my poor me. I have no money mindset. All right. The last question. Last question. Last question. Last question. The outcome of buying it now. All right. So, what is the outcome of buying my Lenormand deck now? The outcome of buying my Lenormand deck now. All right. Cut the outcome of buying my Lenormand deck now. Oh, okay. I guess it's going to create a massive change in my life, or I got the death card. I got the death card. So the outcome, obviously, it's not going to kill me. Um, it's going to change, Okay, let me read this. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm curious and curiouser. Okay. All right. I should probably look at the number on the card and then try to find the thing in the book, but I just keep flipping through the pages. All right. I'm just rambling. I apologize. I apologize. All right. Death. Death. Keyword. Change. Ending. New beginning. Transformation. Mortality. The crow has to let go and make peace with change, and that must take place in her life to move forward in a positive direction. Her death is symbolic of transformation and comes with a warning. Unless you are willing to sacrifice the part of you that's holding you back, you will feel pain and discomfort in your future. Card marks a profound change coming. One of the has a possibility of creating a positive outcome if you allow the change to happen without fear of the unknown. Well, I think that answers my question. Just buy the damn deck already. Um, maybe it's what I've been waiting for. Maybe it's what I need. Maybe it's that shot of positive energy after, just a year and a half of craziness and 3 years nearly of meltdown, of not meltdowns, burnout. So, all right. Well, that was a pretty cool way of answering my questions in regards to the Norman deck. So, yeah, thank you, Rachele. You kind of helped me make a decision. But anyway, before I go, I just have to share like a really cool thing that happened to me today. And I didn't know what it was about. And as I've been preparing for the eclipse and preparing for the full moon and preparing for this new chapter of my life, now that we are in March, and March is going to be the month of transformation for a lot of us. Um, I had to take my mom to the doctor. So get out of the car or get out of the house, walk to the car, get in the car, and I hear the strangest noise that I had never heard before. Never heard before. I knew it was a bird, and I looked up, and what I thought was a crow, but it didn't sound like a crow. And so go to the doctor, go take my mom to the doctor. I come home, I start doing some research. I saw and heard my very first raven. I've never seen one before in my life. I've never heard one before in my life. In my 55 years of existence, I have never seen or heard a raven in my life. And I walk out of my mom's house, which I've done so many times over the last year and a half. And there it is. And I'm like, what the heck? Mom didn't notice it, just me. And then I pointed it out to her, and then she started hearing it. And then as we were pulling out of her neighborhood and we go onto the road to get to the highway, there it is again, above my car, same bird. It was going in that direction. We were only like a half a mile away from my mom's house. And then it was going back. I was shook. Let me tell you, I was shook when I read what a raven meant. Metaphysical things. Why, I mean, I've never seen one before. So I knew this was a profound thing. And to see it just hours before the eclipse, I was like, holy crap. I'm like, okay, magical mind blown. I dumbfounded. Dumbfounded. I don't know. I'm so excited. I will keep this in my head and ponder this for a while. And I'm very grateful and I feel very blessed to have been able to be witness to that and to have one present itself to me. Um, I see crows all the time. I have my crow deck. Um, but I've never seen a raven. Now, the cool thing is you can't see it because green screen and the camera is pointing this way, but on my wall right over here, probably about, I don't know, probably around 2016, 2017, I found um I came across. I don't know what I was doing back then. I was, in my enlightenment, spirituality growth kind of phase. And I came across an Nouveau image. And I think I was looking for pictures of crows and ravens. And I found this image. It's Art Nouveau, kind of craftsman kind of style. Um, and it was the raven, and it says, "Speak truth on every voyage." And I have loved that picture ever since. And I look at it every day. I'm sitting at my desk. And as a grid weaver and a truth seeker, it has always meant so much. But it was just a picture. And now I can put my experience. It's almost like it took me about 10 years, but I'm here like full circle. I have Speak Truth on Every Voyage with the Raven, full moon eclipse tonight, and I saw and heard my very first raven just above my head as I was walking to my car today. And you know, it's magic is everywhere. And I just wanted to I feel like I'm just like burying my testimony at church, but like I just feel so blessed for how my life is progressing and how my spirituality is progressing and being able to see myself come from this crazy chaos of the last few years. I'm still not out of it. I'm still not out of it. I still have my executive function still is iffy, and but I'm pulling myself out, and to get all of these signs and to be able to lean on my practice and my craft, even as practical and as simple as it is, has been a blessing. And I'm just so grateful for it. Um, and and I'm just gonna add that you guys just inspire me every day and make me um not make me, remind me of who I am and who I can be. And I just want to thank you for that. And yeah, so that was my magical moment of the day. I saw my first raven hours before the full moon eclipse. That's supposed to change my life for at least the next 3 years. So that's really cool. But anyway, I am rambling. I'm rambling like I always ramble, and I'm going to let you go about your day. And I will look up those Lenormand decks. And again, thank you, Rachele, for this. And I'm not sure when I'll be doing another video. We'll see how things go. My mom's going to have a cataract surgery in April, so I'll probably be back, here and there, but back more full time not full time, but you know what I mean, like once a week. Um, Probably towards the end of April. So, but I'll be around. I'll be watching, and when I can, I will comment and respond. So, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, walk in love and light, and of course, don't forget the music. I will see you guys all in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hey, I remember to do that. All right. Have a great night, everybody.